YouTube, what the crap's going on? Welcome back to my Himyarite kingdom, where we're going to keep things rolling. We have done pretty well for ourselves up to this point. The Sassanids have given us a brief respite here from the war. Of course, we're going to either attack them or they will attack us. That's obvious. This is going to be a time for me to build up some economy, build up my military strength, get some agents, do some other things that I need. So we'll definitely have to take a look at the right ways to do that. Let's see. Let's kind of take a look at each province real quick and determine what it's being used for. If we go to like Arabia Felix, where we started, I mean, I have a military structure here, which is good. We've been training troops from it, but at this point it's kind of far back from the front line, so part of me thinks that maybe we should switch that up and be training troops closer to the front lines. So we have cavalry there. Maybe Syria would be a better place to get some infantry at this point. What do we got? An infantry barracks here. Well, I mean, I probably don't need multiple infantry barracks like that, and I've got some back here, like a cavalry corral. We're probably not going to use the cavalry corral anymore down here in Ethiopia. So, yeah, probably not the most useful spot for me. Let's just kind of think. So, I mean, we should be bombing out food production in Egypt, and we've got, or no, hang on, that's Ethiopia and Egypt. We do have good solid wheat farms there, Connaught Network, got this goldsmith. Public order-wise, we got this polo pitch, that's helping a lot. Himyarite Torah Shrine. We actually have a ton of food, and in this province, we're still 155 in the positive on food. So that is quite good. Okay, the Connaught Network is just maintenance cost. How are we set for sanitation? Like, do we have way too much sanitation? We're at 10 there, 12 there, 6 there. So if I were to switch this to the one that provides extra food, we get sanitation plus 7, which means that essentially we'd be losing 5 sanitation in these provinces over here. So that would go down to 7, and that would go down to 1, which is not good because we kind of want to be able to build up. I don't know, man, if it's even worth building up this goldsmith because all the public order penalties you get from it. I'm not 100% convinced that that's the right way to go. Cannot network. Well, we have an extra. We could build an extra farm structure here eventually too, which would help offset. Enables recruitment of priests. We can already recruit priests, so we're not super worried about that. The infantry barracks here is consuming food. I mean, are we going to use elite Nubian archers? I wonder if I tear that down a notch, if that would still provide me what I need. Possibly. I'm going to have to think about that one, because we're kind of in between. I think the levy camp is probably a good building to keep here. That way we can get at least certain infantry out of this province. Let's see, we've got olive trees. Polo pitch, probably. Wait, this one can recruit champions. And we need champions pretty bad. It does eat up a lot of food consumption. How are we set for food? We have 180 in this province because of the olive trees. And we're going to be able to resettle this desolate region too. So let's go ahead. Well, the question is that going to be the best place to recruit champions from? Probably not. Let's do it here. And let's build the bazaar here, and that'll enable spies. So now Nova Trajana Bostra will cover our need for agents. And food-wise, we're at minus 56, so we probably need to boost the food supply here. And we haven't been recruiting the armored Himyarite Shotalai. But we can offset some of that food by doing this, and we'll build a camel herd out there. And honestly, I kind of do want to keep the military buildings here, because then Palestinia actually becomes a great place for me to recruit. And that means that we should be able to turn around and get rid of recruitment like back here in the home province, and let's turn this infantry quarters into something else. So let's go ahead and do that so we can turn it into something more useful. So let's just kind of look and see, though. We do still have a food shortage, so Palestinian is still importing food. We'll change that, get to work on it at least, and that'll help turn around the income here a little bit too, which will be helpful. So let's see, that's a fishing jetty, that's good. That'll be a farm. We have this gem quarter that we kind of need. Yeah, eventually we can get some agriculture going in these two. Let's go ahead and end the turn here. Got an unassigned skill to this general. Let's go ahead and get him assigned some different retainers here. Battle movement speed for melee infantry. Commander's aura. Unit experience. +3 for recruits. I mean, maybe that'll come in handy eventually. This +10 integrity would be pretty handy for him right now too. But so would this -10 enemy morale in the local region. I'm going to give him the integrity for now because they don't have it. Maybe we can switch that over later. Public order. 5 in the local province. That's a pretty sweet one to get. There we go. So now this army should be feeling a lot less effects of poor integrity. Yeah, 3. Let's just keep bringing these guys up here. Now we can go ahead and end the turn. I've got some civil research going on right now, I believe, so that we can get better buildings. We definitely want to drive our income way up so that we can afford all kinds of cool units and just essentially fund a large war. Eventually the Huns are going to roll in. I'm trying to think, probably the best way to counter them, obviously, is to get a bunch of Roomha warriors and armored camel warriors, and that ought to let us poop on the Huns. Like, so hurlers, Roomha warriors, and armored camel warriors ought to allow us to poop on the Huns pretty bad. The Roomha warriors would be great against their horse units, and then the armored camel warriors would be good against them as well. Garamantians on a pleasure cruise up the Nile there. Hopefully their pleasure cruise ends kind of like the one did for the Egyptian infantry. That would be fine with me. Rebellion in Palestinia. Let's see. This fleet. How is the fleet still losing integrity? Household recruitment costs. Let's swap some of this out. Do we have anything that boosts integrity? I probably just gave it to the other guy. Where's it looks like we need it on this navy more than anything, so let's maybe find... I'm gonna actually take this army up towards Palestinia to help protect it against these rebels. The rebels probably won't make a move on this turn in, so I can probably get up there and catch them. This army, let's go ahead and let's kick that one, and we'll give this guy the -10 enemy morale in the local region, and then let's go over here to this fleet and let's throw the integrity thing up on here. There we go. And I think it actually has to transfer in, so it won't take effect just yet. This fleet is going to have to keep retraining. Let's get it back to Alexandria. It'll probably retrain quicker down here. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes it seems like it takes a long time for fleets to retrain. Tyrus. So it looks like we've stabilized Syria for the time being, so that's good news. Arabia is stable. Thinking, let's go ahead and... How's sanitation? Okay, sanitation's quite good, quite good. Good. So let's go ahead and start off with the plaza, and then we'll work our way up in this province. Let's see. Yeah, that army's on the move. Let's see what we need to do down here about Garamantia. We're outside the gates of Garama, and they have little defense. So I do have to continue the siege. I'm going to have to get ladders. But after one turn, we can basically burn Garama to the ground. There's a little bit of a Garamantian army here, but I don't think it's any massive threat. And once we burn their capital to the ground, I think that they will be willing to accept the terms of of permanent peace. If not, I've got this fleet right here ready to go up here and smash Gortyna, similar to what it did at Constantia. And we'll basically just teach them a lesson that they won't soon forget. Yeah, I am going to let that rebellion go on just one turn longer. We have some money, and it seems like... Yeah, we need to tear down... Go ahead and tear down that barracks in Arabia Felix. At Axum, we tore down the camel, or the... whatever it was. Library. So the library, extra research rate. How's food consumption? This province at 110. It's not bad. This gives us extra food right there, actually, which is pretty nice. Public baths. We just don't have the money to upgrade to a hammam. The question is, what would we want to build? What if we use these last two buildings? We put in like one of the brothel things, the companionship tents, and then we just need a religious building to help counteract this. If it goes -7, we don't want the Semitic paganism one, we want this one. That one's only +4 to Judaism though. Public orders, they're mass conscription, research, sanitation, wealth. Problem is it's going to start spreading. So that one gives us 1, so it'd be... Yeah, I mean, it spreads so much. I think the penalty on those things is a little bit high. Like, I mean, that is a massive penalty to have to pay. But I don't know how much public order penalty you get from the spread, because I've done some research that should be impacting it for the nicer. And someone said you have all these one-turn things to do here. I believe these are like a choice. Like you can't research these or else it'll undo this one. That's the way I understand it. So all these little it's like you choose the Judaism one or you choose the Semitic paganism one. Like in the research, it's not like you just can have both. I don't think there. Should have the governor's palace for soon. Then I want to do this one right here next. That one's not going to hurt either. So we'll just keep working through some of that. Well, I mean, it never hurts to have a little extra food in one of these provinces. We do have the Weaver here, but we've also got these canals. So let's just go ahead and drop another field, and we'll put some other kind of farm in there. Might as well upgrade this Connaught network because it's just not costing us anything but a little bit of upkeep cost. And it helps spread extra sanitation and public order. The biggest reason why I'm worried about the state religion going down in Ethiopia is because you actually get pretty big penalties as the Himyar for having non-state religions present. If it weren't for that, obviously I could care less. And you might be saying, if you just convert to Semitic paganism. Well, in that building it doesn't matter because it's just the opposite of whatever you are. So the brothel somehow spreads Semitic paganism when you're in Judaism, and if you're Semitic pagan, then it spreads Judaism. Don't understand how that works or how it makes any sense whatsoever, but that's just what happens. We got the opportunity to kill some Garamantians here on the battlefield, so I'm going to take it. Should be a pretty decent battle. But you do get a ton of revenue out of those buildings, obviously, but you kind of almost have to have a priest babysitting them, which means it kind of limits which provinces you can put them in. I guess that kind of makes sense. And it looks like they have once again managed to use an agent on my general prior to the battle, which takes away a Desert Warlord unit from me, which is irritating. I really don't like that. It's something that I wish they would change, because the AI uses it way too well. They basically get to take a key unit out of the battle for you, and honestly, it's bullcrap. Like, even if the general got hit, his bodyguard can't fight now. That doesn't make any sense. So I think if you do get the general, maybe it causes a morale penalty or whatever else it is, but it doesn't make sense to have it remove their unit from the fight. So like in this case, basically the AI gets to remove a cavalry unit from me, which is honestly a pretty big deal in Attila. I'm going to go ahead and just push up and see if I can get them to engage before they're all ready.
The enemy has reinforcements. The enemy draws near.
Okay, what do they have up here? Just mercenary camel warriors. Some other units coming into view now. Legionary defectors. Okay, they got units coming in on my flank. What is it? Just, it's mostly all cav. Let's go ahead and hit play, let those guys move up. Pull this out, and let's get my Ashum and come over here to help support against those Jav cav while the rest of my units move up and engage their center. I'm gonna just go straight in against their melee cav. Looks like I'm gonna catch them there. I'm gonna keep pushing back their javelin cav and attack their own camel warriors, and then I'll get my bows to attack their jav cav. Sure they are. Okay, so let's take these troops. They're a little too spread out, to be honest. Let's close up, move in on the enemy here. Okay, we've gotten a decent engagement thus far over here. Let's finish off their camel warriors. I'm gonna go into flaming shot, get rid of these camel skirmishers quicker. I'm gonna go ahead and run up and try and engage these troops because they're trying to retreat from me. Let's go ahead and get all those guys moving up. Alright, so we got their camel skirmishers being pushed back. Ashum are terrible archers, so they are not hardly even having a good effect here on the camel skirmishers. Plus I've got them bunched up. I need to spread them out a little. If you all want a piece of me, please charge in. Try and get these spearmen around. Just keep these guys hurling around. See if we can cut off these guys before they're able to rejoin the rest of their forces. Just get away, those skirmishers are leading you off. Okay, I'm going to be able to make a catch here with my spears. I'm going to be able to get those archers, then I'm going to run over here and help my axemen finish these legionary defectors off. Yeah, these archers are gonna eat it. Okay, skirmisher cav are getting wasted. So we managed to get some of the AI units here on a good trade. Okay, the archers are gone. Gonna get a charge into the back of these legionary defectors. They have a mercenary camel warrior inbound. I'm gonna go ahead and remove my armored camel warriors from that fight and get my guys all ready to take on these camel warriors that are roaming. Okay, the camel warriors are gonna charge through the backs of their own men, so hopefully that minimizes their effect. Let's go ahead and keep these infantry moving up here. Got their archers off the field. Their stupid camel skirmishers have basically routed, come back from routing, and are now just attempting to be a big nuisance. Gonna get rid of them once and for all. Okay, we've pushed them back a little bit here. Let's pull these. Oh crap, no, the axemen are getting charged from behind by Garamantian lancers. Let's get up here to shore up this flank. Desert Chieftain here into my camel warriors. He got the charge, which is not particularly good for me. Let's get all these units up on the flank. Ashum. And let's use our camel warriors here. Okay, let's help out our men here who are kind of being outflanked. Kind of pile in there. Let's get our camels back here behind the protection of these axes. I don't think these Garamantian lancers are going to have any good effect versus my camel warriors. I see a beautiful rear charge opportunity right here with my armored camels. Gonna keep pushing these guys up. I'm gonna give an attack order. Well, no, the enemy general's blobbed up with my own calves, so I gotta... Oh crap, we got spears out here all over my armored camels. Okay, attack these legionary defectors, charge those spearmen. AI is actually supporting its units somewhat decently out here. I ended up crushing a huge chunk of enemy resistance here in the center. Actually, spears go out here after the enemy general support, and let's go chase off the onagers, and let's roll over into this fight with the rest of my infantry. Okay, you all get back up here into that fight. Let's see if we can free up my armored camel warriors with some more armored camel warriors. We got them engaged with a lot of infantry. I'm gonna get a rear charge there. Should be able to get a nice charge right here too. And we'll see if we can free up some of these armored camel warriors from the spears that they're fighting. Fortunately, the spears take a long time to kill, and so my camel warriors are surviving this rather well because they have a lot of health. And I think that this is going pretty well for us. Let's just keep these armored camel warriors over here. They'll be of more value to me anyway. Let's pull these guys up. Okay, we broke up this fight out here, and my axemen managed to clean up those legionary defectors rather easily. Yeah, my axemen should be more than a match for the legionary defectors. Here's the mainline fight. Got more of my Balta defenders taking on legionary defectors. My defenders ought to do quite well. They're just as tanky as the legionary defectors, except they should deal a lot more armor-piercing damage and have, I think, a little bit better stats in general. So yeah, that's kind of that mainline fight you see going on there. My Ashum are needing to get away from some of those spearmen. I got their got some of their units on the run here. Let's watch these legionary defectors get crushed by camel warriors in between them and my Balta defenders. So it's going to be a nice clean victory over the Garamantian forces here. We were able to outmaneuver them, have a lot better troops in general. So the graphics on Attila are really pretty. It's unfortunate they run so poorly, but they are very pretty when you get up close to it. So my troops did really well in that battle. Axes are very, very nice infantry. Actually, they're not real offensive, but they can tank out some damage, and in a shield wall, they can dish out some pretty serious damage. I'm gonna loot and occupy, and then abandon the settlement. And that'll essentially have the effect of raising it, but giving me the extra money. The music in Attila is really quite good too. I actually really like the music. I thought that it was a big step up over Rome 2, and the music in Rome 2 wasn't bad. I just really felt like the music was a lot better in this game. Is this my faction leader? Yeah, he is. We need to get him into an army. Stupid jerk hostile agents. Take care of this. So I got this spy, have him train others. There we go. Alright, we need our faction leader to seek a wife. He's rather young, could be a good time to do it. Okay. So now what we will do is just abandon this settlement. There we go. So we got all the money from looting it, and then we will essentially raise it. And the Garamantians are getting close to being pretty much never making any impact whatsoever again. It's going to take way too long. 6 turns to replenish this navy, so I'm just going to let some of these units get a little replenished over a turn or two, and then we're going to send them up here and we're going to smack down Gortyna and teach the Garamantians a lesson that they won't soon forget. Is this a province where I can recruit cavalry? It is, well, not good cavalry, no.
Ready for orders.
Little bit concerned about this rebel army.
For honor and great
It's probably going to run away from me. I don't... Yeah, it looks like we can catch it, actually. Desert Palatina defectors, huh? Let's just get rid of them. I lost a desert spear in that process, which is a smidge frustrating, but not a huge deal. So at Palestinia, we have the levy centered. Am I building one out here too? Because if so, that's a waste. Let's just tear that one down and build something different. And so, as far as recruitment, Himyarite Shotalai are pretty cool. I might have to put them in one army just because they are camels and they have even more health than my armored camel warriors, like just a smidge less. They have better morale and better weapon damage, but they don't have a spear, so they won't be as good versus cavalry. Like that's the one thing I like about the armored camel warriors, is they're crazy good versus cavalry. But yeah, otherwise, let's see, they have rapid advance too, which is kind of cool. Interesting. These guys have the scare effect, the Desert Raiders, which is pretty cool. Frenzy on the Camel Lancers. Interesting. Okay, well, we've got something to upgrade here, so let's take care of it. It's the army. Integrity in foreign territory is probably a good place to start. We have some money. Let's see if there's any structures we need to focus in on, and I think we do. Like down here at Ethiopia. We've got the fields completed. We already have probably a camel farm there. We do. Fertility is not good down here. Yeah, I mean it's base fertility is 1, climate minus 1. Yeah, so it's this land is not fertile at all. So we'll want to just honestly, there's really none of these. They're gonna be a great option. Wheat fields. I mean, yeah, honestly, none of this works very good. Almost kind of feel like we'd be better off to just build something different and then build a food trader here in the city or something. We've got excess food down here for now. Polo pitch. And we're working on the fur trader, which gives us food as well. So we got the Oriental docks here too. It's too bad you can't get any food out of these. Like, okay, well, whatever. We'll just kind of deal with that as it goes. That's going to use up most of our money. We got rid of the let's see, what's the sanitation level? It's sanitation 6. We could get lead to start trading with other people. So maybe that's not a bad idea, lead deposit. And let's take a look at diplomacy and trade and just see if anybody's willing to strike up trade with us finally. Western Romans didn't want to earlier, but
worthy guest.
We'll see.
I trust you bring words that will enhance the honor of your people.
Really? Come on. Dang, Romans are poor, so I'm gonna have to offer them some money. Come on! Stupid sacks of crap.
Come, my friend, speak. We are men of words, and so serve our...
There we go. Alright.
Speak your terms. Give words plentiful haste. Other...
Okay, screw you.
Welcome, I suppose. No, do not.
Screw you. I'm not paying you people anything. If you want to trade with me, you can trade with me. If not, choke on it. That's all I got to say to that. So, not playing that game. Not playing that game. So, where do I have my 2 priests? I've got one in Arabia. But the real question is that where I want it? I think that we've got Arabia. Yeah, I mean, it's mostly converted to Judaism at this point. It would probably be okay to take that priest somewhere else where we could support one of these, you know, brothel thingies. And this might be the spot to do it down here in Ethiopia. Not really sure. Let's leave him there for just a few more. Well, actually, you know, he may be better up here on the front lines helping Greek Christian. Yeah, this one's just all Greek Christian. Probably because of Antioch. We're going to have to destroy Antioch first. Judaism's on the rise there. Quite nice. Okay, yeah, and some of you want me to resettle Ctesiphon, and I absolutely intend to. We will resettle Ctesiphon. Let's see. Recruitment cost, campaign spotting, line of sight. Hostile agent success chance minus 10%. That might be good, because I keep losing generals to being wounded. Don't think there's anything in here that's just crazy awesome, so let's throw that on there. Okay, let's go ahead and end another turn. Do have some unassigned skills to this governor. Give him some extra authority. We should get some money once we abandon Garama as well. And I don't think the Garamantians have enough. I don't think they have enough money or troops to resettle it. I think we've pretty much put the dagger in the heart of Garamantia. We might see if they would accept a satrapy agreement once we abandon Garama. I don't have any reason to hold it because I just don't think that province would be worth a whole lot to me, and then I'd end up having to protect it if it gets attacked. So there we go. We have nuked the Garamantian home province. Good riddance. Now let's get our guys religious sanctions, give them equal rights. It's gonna spread Latin Christianity. Nope, we have to keep. Ah, sweet. Got my faction leader married, so hopefully we can get a legitimate heir on the way here. Because honestly, the family tree in this faction has been sordid to say the least. Okay, yeah, we got good integrity on this fleet now, which is nice. I can't all the way reach Gortyna, so, and then there's attrition being that far out here, but if I stay on this trade route, it looks like we won't suffer attrition. We'll still retrain a little bit, so I'll let them sit here, and then we'll hit Gortyna on the next turn, and hopefully take it completely out of commission. We need to get this army. Well, we can go ahead and let's go ahead and throw some Himyarite Shotalai in here just for fun.
Come, join our ranks.
And this army needs to get back up here because we're going to have another rebellion in Syria. Mostly because of the difference in religions is going to be driving that. It's going to be a big deal. These guys have their upgraded armor and stuff that they stole while we were up in Ctesiphon, which was nice. Let's go ahead and build the courthouse here. And Arabia Magna does not need, the levy center, so let's just get rid of it and build something of more value to our faction. And then over here, I think instead of doing the farm, because it's completely pointless, well, I mean, the well is just maintenance cost. Does give us growth, but we've already got this Connaught network over here, so that'd kind of be... Could put companionship tents in here, but I don't think we can override the religious influence it's going to put on us, which would be bad. What is this? Himyarites. Oh, it's a Semitic paganism. Of course, the paganism one gives you food. Let's just do some local industry, get a little extra money. We got that weaver. Well, actually, we already have a weaver in that province. Well, just dadgum. I don't know. Let's do the town commons. That way I'm just not rebuilding everything. Okay. Alright, that's all the time I have for this episode. We will be back with more Himyar action soon. Hope y'all are enjoying it. This little respite from the war with the Sassanids has allowed me to take control of the Garamantians. We can now resettle the desolate settlement here at Peritoneum. Once we get this army back over, we'll use them to do so. That means this province in Libya can hopefully be productive for us. Should be nice because we have the olive press. We'll continue to try and expand trade and just build up the Himyarite kingdom. Hope y'all enjoyed it.